Hey guys, Adam here, Blackfyre Productions. As you know, I am back with another Sagas of Conquest, my Road to Conquest videos, where I am getting myself ready to play some Conquest as soon as this lockdown here in Ontario happens to end. We are under a month-long lockdown now, so I'm going to have lots of time to do hobbying and stuff like that, and hopefully I will get my Nords ready for the board and get into some games after this lockdown. I think it's supposed to end like May 6th or somewhere around there. So up until that point, I'm gonna continue this Road to Conquest video section where I paint all my stuff and show you guys what I've painted and discuss about products that I've picked up for the game, such as a couple of new items that I got today. And then also maybe we can get into some discussion about army building, because I'm looking at building my first army list for my Nords. And if you guys have any suggestions, definitely leave those in the comments down below. As well, with the Wadroon coming out very soon, I'm filming this on Friday, so it's a couple of days late. Usually I would film it on the Wednesday, post it for the Friday, and my Patreon members can get it a little bit earlier. But today I'm filming it on the Friday because I had a busy week, which also means I didn't get as much painting done. Boo! And so then today sometime, the Wadroon are supposed to drop in the sense of, you know, their stats and stuff like that. So maybe next week we'll be able to discuss some of the Wadroon, or maybe a Nords faction list. Tell me what you guys want to see in the comments down below. As well, a special announcement. Torchlight Games and Hobbies have partnered with me. They are a store locally and I shouldn't say locally, independently owned by two hobbyists out of Burlington, Ontario. Those guys are partnering with me, and we're going to bring you guys next week a giveaway, a contest. And so I'm going to get into the details of that later, but definitely if you're interested in winning something big, come back next Friday, check out the video, because it'll tell you how you can win this prize. I'm not going to tell you what it is yet, but you'll have to find out. Again, to Will and David of Torchlight Games and Hobbies, thank you very much for doing this. I'm excited to share this with everybody else, but you'll have to come back next week. Anyhow, without further ado, let us sink into this Road to Conquest and see what I've done in this past week. So here we are, guys, digging right into what I have accomplished for this week. Like I said, it's not a huge amount of stuff. I'm almost done painting my first 3 stands of Raiders, and when I say almost, I literally need to do some final highlights on their skin with pure flayed one flesh, and then tone it down in areas with a wash of Guilliman flesh contrast paint. And then do some reds and blues on there as well, just to give it some extra definition. But you can see here, like, you know, that's what my Raiders are looking like. So the skin's basically, like, I could call the skin done just with a wash of Guilliman flesh, I guess, even. And I got to do the hair. I forgot the hair. But yeah, that's what they're looking like. It's like that. So we got those 12. That's my standard bear. And a shout out to one of the people that are getting into the game in this area. I chose with this standard because it's shields. I went with the white like I did on the shield biter first off, but then I was like, okay, what other colors do I want? And both Curtis and Brandon are 2 guys in my area, and they're both playing 100 Kingdoms, and both of them have yellow in their armies. Brandon's doing a very dark, grim, sort of dirty look, and Curtis is a little bit cleaner with his look, but they both have yellow in their armies, so that's why that standard's yellow. I know it doesn't pop and mix very well with the tealy green color, but these guys just throw together whatever they can to make what they have. So like they use what they have and handy at the time. And so you just grab one of their shields, because he's going to be butchering them all day long when we start getting games in. So yeah, that's my standard. Super quick and easy is the idea. But again, I didn't have a ton of time painting this week, with it being Easter and everything else, you know, between last week and this week, it was just a little bit harder for me to get everything done. I did manage to finish one model, and that is my shield biter. So I painted all 13 of these guys as a batch, and then I was just like, you know what? I just want to finish him because he's such a cool model, such a cool model. So this is my shield biter. Right, you got your shield there. So I did like the brown wooden color, and then did the teal and white over it. Tried to get all like dirtied up and such. But yeah. I don't know if you can see it very well, but like, let me see if I can get like the scratches and everything that I tried to do on the back. I don't know if you can see it. Probably can see some there. But I tried doing like all the scratches and everything. Normally he would have long hair coming off the back of his head, but I didn't do it. I left it off and then did some green stuff around it to fill the hole, and then the headband around the head as well. But yeah, so base wise, just added some texture to around the base and everything. You can see like I did the stones there with some like glowing runes, Nordic runes. And then the weapons and stuff, I just made sure to weather them up nicely. But yeah, so he's the only one. And you can see like, on his face, the blue and red mixed in there. So blues in the more like, makes it in his skin tone, makes it look a little bit dirtier and weathered, where the red sort of makes the areas brighter and pop that much more. So those are the guys that I have painted, or the one and only model that I finished today, being my shield biter. My raiders are almost done, but he's pretty cool. I think he gives character stands +1 clash in duels, and then also gives the regiment +2 to their charge range. So, you know, automatically it's their movement +2. So I think the raiders are movement 5 or 6. And then they get +2 and then a d6 roll. So like they have some distance that they can close. I can't remember off the top of my head the other units that the shield biter can get in or be involved with, but I know the raiders are one of them, and that's definitely, I'm gonna probably, I have another box of raiders, so I'll probably do at least 4 stands of them, because they are fairly squishy with only defense 1. I don't think they have an invasion stat, so they are pretty squishy, but I want to get them in and basically use them as like flanking characters. My stalkers I plan on using as basically setting my reinforcement line, because they have, is it Vanguard? So when they move on, they get another free move action, and then I'll put a standard in there, so that way that second move action gets me an extra inch of movement, and then from there, that I'm hoping I can set my reinforcement line like halfway up the board almost by the end of round 1. So round 2 and 3 in consecutive turns, I can put that forward pressure on and hopefully control the objectives and stuff like that, and control at least half the board for the game. The whole thing is with these guys is like I'm thinking like a endless flow of units and stuff like that. Yes, a lot of them are very frail, but I'm just hoping that with the constant flow and that forward pressure, I can put my opponents on the back step when it comes to me playing. We'll see, because I still haven't got a game in with this lockdown that's happening in Ontario, but in time it will happen, and that is my intent. And then you throw trolls into the mix with the regeneration and 2 wounds apiece. It's insane. And werewolves, they have regeneration. I know the werewolves aren't out yet, but I am definitely looking forward to those guys, because, well, who doesn't like werewolves? And then, yeah, they have the white planeswalkers and all that stuff, which I think will just be a good sort of like mainstay, sort of like a main unit to all around unit to get on the board and move up and such. But anyhow, that's what I have painted. I'll pull out a couple of items that I actually got as well this week. I have got a couple more products in the mail. A couple of these items, well, I should say 2 boxes of them are from Torchlight Games and Hobbies. They're a independently ran store here in Ontario, Burlington, Ontario to be exact, and I've been dealing with those guys quite a bit, and like I said, they're the ones that are going to be doing the giveaway next Friday with me. And the giveaway won't happen next Friday, but that's when it will be announced, so make sure you come back for that as well. But anyhow, let me clear these guys off and show you what I got. And here we are with the first item that I'm going to be showing off that I managed to add to my collections for Conquest. The Last Argument of Kings is a box of Huskarls. Actually, I got 2 boxes. Both of them are from Torchlight Games, like I said. Picked them up, and David, one of the owners, and I managed to arrange a publicly safe meetup so he could hand these off to me. These guys, I think, are going to be if I had to use hammer and anvil, these guys would be the anvil. They're going to be high defense, just tough to chew through, and then also be able to do some good damage to my opponents at the same time. I'm thinking I'll be running them with my Jarl because they are a mainstay option for them. So let's open up this box. I haven't actually opened up this box yet. I haven't looked inside. This will be the first time. So I get this new plastic smell, and it excites me. No. But yeah, so all I did was take the plastic off them and such and drop the box, which kind of hurt my feelings. Some shrink wrap. I'll use that bubble wrap right on. You have obviously your 3 stands with all the bases. The card, look at that artwork on there. That's one thing that I love about this game is the artwork and the storyline, everything else. Well, there's a lot of things I love about this game right now, but the artwork just is so cool. It's so evocative, and yeah, very nice to add to the setting and stuff. So this will be your sprue with the unit leader and standards. I'm curious. Oh, that's his cloak. Okay, that's the unit leader cloak. I was like, that is super cool. Look at those. Like that is neat. The raised detail work on the cape there, or cloak, for the unit leader, and the standard there. And then you have your, let me see what we got here, your shields. So much work. Oh, never mind. I was looking at the back of the shields. Oh, that's cool. They already have a bunch of details and stuff like that. I was going to say I'll add some stuff, like a unit, heraldry type thing onto the back, but I don't need to because they're already there. Like, that's so cool. Definitely loving the detail that are on these guys. They're going to be super interesting. Going to be a lot more metal than what I've painted on previous units. There was some metal on my raiders and stuff like that, but it looks like this is going to be a lot more. So there's another sprue. Different from the last one. So let's see how many varieties we have. I think you're going to find that we probably have 3 of each. Yeah, it's going to be 3 of each. But yeah. Obviously, this is the older style of plastics that Parabellum was working with. So it's still good. I like it. I'll be adding these guys to my stuff very soon. But yeah, I gotta say the new plastic with the trolls is by far amazing, and it is a better quality plastic I find to this, just due to the fact that I have lost details with these big connection pieces, where I guess the injectors probably inject the plastic into the sprues and go into the various I guess it would be like a mold for them, but either way, it still looks awesome. The details on these guys are still great. So I guess we'll pull out the next item that I picked up this week, which was pretty cool. I picked this up from Parabellum directly, so let's see what that is. And that's right, lastly, the last item that I have shown off today is the Scions of Conquest. Conquest, oh my gosh, I almost said that wrong. Limited preview edition. It's my first Wadroon model, so I'm super excited. I got this in the mail on Wednesday. I got home from a drive, basically around my portion of Ontario, picking up a bunch of stuff, and came back and saw this on my doorstep. Which is what's really funny is Thursday morning I woke up to an email saying that this package is shipped, and I'm like, well, I've already actually got it. So super fast shipping. So yeah, I plan on getting into the Wadroon because orcs riding dinosaurs, who wouldn't want those? You know what I mean? It's just such an awesome looking force. And today, sometimes, like I said, the rule should be out. It is like 8 something in the morning here in Ontario. So I don't know at what point they're going to be releasing it today, but I'm going to be sitting watching for those. So let's see what's on the inside of this pack. What I'm going to do is after opening up, I'm going to clean off all this stuff, and I'm actually going to build it for you guys. So we got his hair strands on the back there, right? I'm going to dump this flashing out too. Not his card, because I want his card. Ugh. That's the artwork on the card. Super cool. Very nomadic looking. very fitting, I think, to the army. That can disappear because I'm going to build this guy. Here's the torso. Look at that. Just looks so good. Beefy, chunky boy. What is that down there? It looks like a lantern, maybe. I'm not sure. Lantern down there at the bottom of his feet. But that's just such a cool piece. His sickles, oh man. They look deadly. I'm not sure what type of metal I'm going to do for these guys. One of my friends who runs Splintered Brush Paint Studios, he's doing his in bone, and yeah, it just looks so good. He's a great painter. I've had him paint up a couple of other things for me before in the form of another game, and he's done some great work. Super quick at doing it, and really talented guy, so make sure you go check out Jason's page, Splintered Brush Painting Studios. Check him out and give him a like as well. But yeah, got that sword there. Obviously it's going to go somewhere across his back with the strap. You can see it slots in right there, so... yeah, big, huge claymore too. That is awesome. And then his boot. Look at the spikes. They look sharp. They are pretty sharp. Well, look at that. That's awesome. So I'm gonna get this guy all cleaned up, and we're gonna build him quickly right now. And there you go. He is built, the Scion of Conquest for the Wadroon. Fully put together. That is my first Wadroon model with long flowing hair. A couple of sickles there, which look so cool. Like you can see the engravings on the sides there and stuff. It just looks neat. Definitely going to be painting up this model. I just don't know what color scheme I'm gonna do. Lots of browns and like a green color maybe. I have this new spray paint. It's like a I want to say a gray, but there's definitely a green tone to it. And so what I might do is might use that as a primer. It's from Vallejo. I think it's like German gray or something like that for a primer. So I'll use that to prime it up probably and go from there. So yeah, but that's that. So that's what I have for my Conquest or Road to Conquest video for this week. Just a reminder, guys, that next week, make sure you tune in because I will be doing starting a giveaway explaining how you guys can win a diorama from Parabellum War Games, which is being given to us by Torchlight Games and Hobbies. So it is one of the Founders Edition dioramas that you guys will be given away. That's right, Founders diorama, your choice as well. But we'll get into the details of that next week. Anyhow, if you haven't yet, check out the Patreon link in the description of the video down below. All the help goes right to the channel, and we definitely appreciate the support that is given to our Patreons, past and present. Thank you very much for that support. To everybody else, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.